Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, the Father of lights. Peace and blessings to the beloved Son, Yahweh Shai. Peace and power to the northern and southern kingdom. Peace and power to the throne of King David. Bless the royal house. All praises. You know, they got some people that are living in, they're in I don't know, a dreamland. They got people that really think that this world is finna continue the way it is. You know, they really think that. Let me get a precept. This is Psalms 49 and 11. It says, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names. So they got people that really think that we not at the end. You know that? I mean, granted, I'm out here almost every day, right? I'm pretty sure some of y'all have tried to share my videos with family members, and they like, They think I'm a crackpot. They think I need to shut up. They think I need to be quiet. Who's he talking to? He's a fearmonger. He's doing it. How many of y'all have gotten, talked to real harsh about a video that you might have sent? There's been a bunch of y'all. You told me you did it. You told me. I sent your video, so I said, you could do that, but they're not going to get it, man. No. See, they don't want to come to grips that we at the end. Even though everything is telling them otherwise. What do I mean? All right, let me explain. Look at our education system. Look at it. These kids are dumb as fuck. You know it. I know it. I live right across the way from East Side High School over here in Lancaster, right? And the other day I seen all of these cars out, graduation, kids out there, and you should have seen what they was wearing. They weren't even dressed right. Some of them was out there in some fucking socks and slides and damn pajama pants under a damn robe with a damn hat with a tassel on. See, graduation from high school meant one thing. This is the next generation that's going to run the country, the cities, all right, the counties, the jobs, the police, construction, sanitation, medical, right? That's what graduation means. So when you see a new crop of children raised up, these are your future world leaders, nation leaders, city leaders, whatever, right? These are the ones. Now, factor this in. When I was growing up, it was reading, writing, and arithmetic, right? You had to go to the library. We had a library card. And guess what? If you was late, you had 2 weeks to get that book back. And if not, you had to pay what? 25 cents. Don't laugh. It was a long time ago. But here's the thing. If you didn't pay that 25 cents, they had it on record and you couldn't graduate. They held you accountable back then. Now, when is the last time you heard of a kid going to the library doing anything? They don't. ChatGPT. Tell me about the Confederate General Robert E. Lee. When was he born? Woo, woo, woo. Ooh. the Confederate General Robert E. Lee served in the Confederate Army and the United States Civil War. Woo, 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 woo. Start giving him the goods, right? He ain't had to go to the library. He ain't had to dig out no book. He ain't had to sit his ass there for 2 or 3 hours reading it, taking notes. He didn't have to write it out by hand. Chat GPT. You know why? Because this generation wasn't taught to think, man. It wasn't. This generation is brain dead. Yeah. Brain dead. They know just enough to sit there like a damn vegetable. Look at a kid under 30 right now. And I'm not saying it's all of them. Now, they're wise to use this. They're wise to use this tablet. Oh, they can skip through these, whatchamacallit, Instagram. They know how to do all of that. But critical thinking, they can't do it. Hard labor, they can't do it. They got kids 22, 23, 24, sleep all goddamn day. Yeah. And that's exactly the way the government want them. This is why they're getting ready to sweep them out the way. Why do you think they're making all of these rules and laws to kill everybody up? Because they're no longer of any worth. They're not going to build anything. They're not going to, look, true story. This is probably about 15 years ago. It was a young Mexican cat. I forgot his name. He went out with me on my route. At this time, I was doing what's called a front load route, where you do the trash truck, pull up to the bin, and they dump it up top like that. That's a front loader, right? He gets in the truck after about 4 stops. Kid you not. It was like a little book like this, a little clipboard. He was putting it in the little sleeve up top, right? And putting it in there, jammed his finger. Just like that. So what's up, man? You good? Yeah, I'm all right. So we got out, next stop, trying to push the bin or whatever. And he just jamming his finger. That was it. Nothing else. The truck didn't flip over. He didn't get his head crushed under the damn cab. Nothing like that. Right? He just jammed his finger. Hey, Mr. Wilson, can you take me in? I was like, take you in? What's wrong? My finger. And I was like, yeah, I'll take you in. Do you know I never seen that boy again? Yeah, I never seen him again. He went out on industrial, went to the hospital because he jammed his fucking finger. If I could tell you how I got brutalized out there picking up that trash, man. Shit falling on me, maggots, possums jumping out the damn trash can, fucking bin falling back, smashing my fucking hand. Okay, that's why I can't really go nowhere now. Tore both rotator cuffs, everything. He quit over a fucking jamming his damn finger. And then we had an influx of them. Couldn't even, come to work on time. I'm 100 miles away. These people thought I was getting a divorce. He was like, yeah, we heard you. I said, why you say that? Because, man, you the last one to leave the yard and the first one here in the morning. They say you sleeping in your car. I'm like, no, I go home every night, man. You do? Yeah. They have people stand up. But it's all youngsters. Lazy as fuck. Lazy. No work ethic. No hustle. All right? Now, this is where we are. This is where we are. And you think we got another 20 or 40 years? Trump talking about re-election? He know damn well ain't gonna be no re-election, man. Now, something big happened, y'all. They signed the treaty between Iran and the U.S. He signed it. Where is let me show you the video. Show you the video so you don't think I'm playing. Give me a second, y'all. I want to show you. This is big. I'm going to tell you why in a minute. All right. Where we at? All right, check it out, y'all.
Out that the place where Donald Trump signed the people are pointing out that the place where Donald Trump signed the peace treaty between Iran and the US, the Palace of Versailles, is kind of ironic. Now, I don't know if the US president needs a history lesson, but the last time that a treaty was signed at Versailles, it didn't go so well. It's a little like naming your new giant ship the Titanic II. The Treaty of Versailles is the peace deal that ended World War I, but it is considered a very flawed deal. It laid the blame entirely at Germany's door and saddled the country with extensive reparations. Both things then, in part, led to the rise of Nazism and World War II. Now, President Trump will be hoping that his Iran deal fares much better. But there is already one major criticism of it, and that is, you guessed it, the $300 billion reconstruction fund for Iran. It's not clear for the time being who's going to pay for that. President Trump has said that none of it will come from American money and that it should come from the Gulf states and from frozen Iranian funds. The president was in France for the G7 summit. The agreement was supposed to be signed Friday in Geneva, Switzerland. It's not clear when or how it was decided that it would be signed at Versailles instead. But it's a location that's definitely appropriate for the president. Versailles, the palace of King Louis XIV, known as the Sun King, is stunningly opulent. And it's filled with gold, something we know Trump loves.
Versailles is not a gold leaf. Versailles is the real deal.
He's even added it to his own Oval Office with gold Vermeil figurines on the mantels. Trump has even said that his ballroom at Mar-a-Lago, which the new ballroom at the White House is based on, is inspired by Versailles' Hall of Mirrors. So the location is appropriate, if a little ironic, for an agreement as important as the Iran one is to the president. People are pointing out that the place where Donald Trump signed...
This was supposed to be signed tomorrow, but he did it a day early. All right. Y'all remember what I told y'all not too long ago? I said he's going to get it done before this month was out. Did he do it? Yes, he did. Told y'all. We're moving along. See, you got to understand something. The scriptures have to be fulfilled. They have to. In order to lead up to our departure. Now, this was huge. I just can't tell you how big it was and what it involves and why. But, man, I've been waiting on this. But, like I told y'all, the 21st, Father's Day, right? All the way to December 21st. 6 months, right? But it's not going to take that long. Now, got some more current events to show you. All right. Here we go. Let's go to, I don't know if you've seen what's going on in Moscow, but this is what's happening. The Russians getting bopped on, man.
The capital of Russia is on Moscow, Russia. The capital of Russia is on fire this morning. Stunning images coming from the capital of Russia following the largest ever drone attack by Ukraine onto the capital of Moscow. What you're seeing is oil refineries across Moscow literally burning on fire after Ukraine launched this surprise drone attack. This war has been now ongoing for a period of more than 4 years. And at this time in the war, Russia no longer holds the cards. Ukraine holds the cards. If Ukraine is able to strike this deep inside Russia, into its capital, literally destroy oil refineries across Moscow, what else can Ukraine do? Russia and Vladimir Putin are extremely nervous. Putin hasn't been seen publicly much lately. He's been in hiding, and this is why. Ukraine holds the cards right now. Spread the word. People need to see this. Follow along for more. Moscow, Russia, the capital of Russia.
Everywhere you look, think about it. Everywhere you look, something is on fire. I'm going to show you what happened here. All right. Now, y'all remember oh, and before I forget the water, it was Joel Osteen. Y'all know what I'm talking about. This is my Bible. I can have what it says I can have. It was Joel Osteen. All right. It was his ass. Couldn't remember his name to save my life. But anyway, back to what I was saying. The medical, not facility, but medical warehouse that housed all of the stuff, right? Burned to the ground, right? Well, look what just went up.
The building, LA City 5. We want to get right back to that breaking news we told you about in Boyle Heights, where there's a commercial building fire. And Chris, this is sparked up again in a big way. Again, these are solar panels that are going up. Solar panels on the roof of the building, Mark, and apparently this fire spread inside the roof, underneath those solar panels, and inside the building where it has erupted in a separate part of the building. A few minutes ago, we showed you firefighters on the roof of the building closer to the edge where you see those solar panels that are burnt up. But then a couple hundred feet away, you can see a new batch of solar panels that have caught on fire from underneath, from inside the building. LA City Fire now evacuating the roof of the building. Firefighters getting off of the building. The complete building, by the way, has been evacuated. This is a cold storage facility, a food warehouse by the Lineage Company. It's a logistics company with several warehouses here in LA, and you can see firefighters now coming down the ladder as they now take a defensive posture on this fire. We were watching as an entire fireball erupted from the roof of that building just about 2 minutes ago, and now look at the difference. We want to get right back to that breaking news we told you about in
Y'all
Boyle
see
Heights,
that?
where there's a...
Now, did y'all see this? This was about 3 days ago. All right.
Posted online shows the fiery crash. Video posted online shows the fiery crash moments after takeoff. A massive burn zone left behind, but very little of the B-52 bomber.
Today, Edwards Air Force Base experienced a horrible tragedy, and we lost 8 great Americans.
The B-52 Stratofortress crashed around 11:20 during takeoff from Edwards Air Force Base, the massive aircraft on a test mission for the Air Force's radar modernization program.
This was a mixed crew of military, government civilians, and government contractors supporting this test mission.
Built by Boeing at a cost of at least $84 million, the B-52 long-range bomber was first introduced in the 1950s and has been used in conflicts from Vietnam to the Iran War. It can fly 8,800 miles without refueling and can carry extremely heavy payloads, making it a vital military aircraft.
It's a part of the backbone of the nuclear triad for the United States military. You know, that involves submarine launched missiles. We have the intercontinental ballistic missiles, and then you have the long-range strategic bombers, of which the B-52s are part of.
Investigators now digging through the debris field for the aircraft's black box and other equipment on board that could provide vital clues as to what went wrong.
Right now, we're going to stand up an interim safety board to do the initial gathering of the facts, and that will then lead to a safety investigation board, which will look into those root causes.
Video posted online.
Yeah. I live about 20 miles from Edwards Air Force Base. We saw the smoke, didn't know what it was, thought it was just another fire. This is a lot of things happening, and nobody feels it. Nobody's like, come on, man, every day is something burning down, right? They are burning this country down, man. The world is on fire. The Most High is releasing his judgment globally, all right? He's punishing the world, man.
Shows the
He's punishing the world. Everybody is finna get it for what they did to us. All right? This is Isaiah 13. So Isaiah 13, verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellation thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. Look at verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. See, that's what he's doing now. But nobody sees it. I mean, I see it. And if I didn't tell you nothing, there's a chance you might not have seen it. But see, when you in the pot, it's hard to see it. It's like, oh, well, we explain stuff away. Oh, well, you know, that happened there. And, oh, well, that happened there. No. Let me tell y'all something. I'm glad that the Most High let me live a little bit before he started doing this so I could tell the difference. You want to know the difference? There was nothing like this going on in the 70s. Nothing like this going on in the 80s. Nothing like this going on in the 90s. Nothing like this going on in the early 2000s. Do you know what a bad day was in the 70s and 80s, being called in early because you had homework to do? That was a bad day. Oh, come on, man, can we finish playing? Hide and go seek, freeze tag, stick ball in the street, breaking a broom handle. That was your bat, and using a tennis ball. And then, a street ball, sideline pop. Y'all remember? You get hit on the sideline and somebody give you that shoulder. Used to park the bikes on the side to make it hurt. And the only thing that was fucking up the game was the cars coming through to break up the game. Everybody got to stand where they at and then come back. That was it. And then waiting on the ice cream truck, hoping that he had the strawberry shortcake that everybody wanted. Yeah, that was a bad day back then. Wasn't nothing on fire. Wasn't nothing burning. Especially in no damn Moscow or nothing. Now, yeah, they had conflicts going on, but it never reached this level. These motherfuckers fighting. Ukraine is bombing the shit out of Russia. Okay? Putin is like, God damn, these motherfuckers bringing that heat. All right? It was a simpler time back then. But we here now. And the mark of the beast is on the horizon. All of these plagues and pestilences that are out. Come on, man. Come on. And some of y'all still don't get it. And your family member's not going to get it. This is what makes it so dangerous. They like a lobster boiling in a pot of cold water, man. As the temperature rises, they get weaker and weaker. And when you try to tell them, try to warn them, they don't believe you. Especially dumbass Christians. Christian is, man, I was one, but I always had questions. I was ready for this truth. But them, no. That's why they're going to get swallowed up, because they took pleasure in unrighteousness. You tried to tell them, and I remember when I came into this truth, man, I think I told y'all before, I got all of my preacher buddies together and tried to break this truth down to them. Should have seen them. I was so excited. I flew down there, man. It was at St. James Baptist Church right there on Jefferson, right before Western. I never forget it. Like 15 preachers in there from the different churches. I got them together. I said, this is big. You got to be there. You got to be there. You know, I was with Cracker Jesus at the time, but I came away from Cracker Jesus. I was so excited, y'all. And then they sat it back. All right now, preacher. What's this all about? Why you got us all here on this Saturday? What's happening? What you got? Man. Y'all would have laughed me out of that too, man. I was so fucking excited. I was like a kid with a brand new red fire truck on Christmas, man. I was fucking ecstatic. Wait till they hear this, man. They're going to understand and they're going to come out. And I told them, now at the time I didn't look. I was green. I was green as a card table, right? All I knew was we was Israelites and all that, right? I was on the black Hebrew Israelite shit. I didn't give a fuck, as long as I wasn't a Christian. I told them, man, we the Israelites, man. Whoop, whoop, whoop. You know, had my little Bible, showing them everything, what I learned, showing them what I learned, showing them about Deuteronomy 28 and how we fit the curses and all that. And I'm waiting for it. Wow. Hey, you got something there. I didn't get none of that shit. All I got was, all right, preacher, yeah, we hear you. All praises. Bless God. Yeah. And I'm like, that's it? Brother, look, you just keep studying, you know? You keep studying. God is a good God. They shine me like a new pair of Stacey Adams, boy. They shine my ass. And I knew they couldn't wait to leave where they could laugh me out that damn church. And shortly after that, I broke away. I went full time into this truth. Like, fuck it, man. If they don't want it, I'll do it. And that began my 4-year educational seminary school with the Father of Lights himself. He revealed all this to me. Everything I'm giving to you. He taught me. And I know he probably fell off the throne laughing at my ass thinking that they was going to listen. Because they didn't. Yeah. And then later on, I would hear whispers, you know. Yeah, we got to pray for Brother Wilson, man. We got to pray for him. I said, no! You pray for yourself, goddammit! Shit. Pray for me. And then, after that, that was it, y'all. Right? Look where we at now. That was 2014. Yeah. That was my liberation day, y'all. That's the year when I turned 44, Most High, man, he opened my eyes finally to the truth. I didn't give a fuck who didn't like it. I wasn't letting go of this. And from that to now, look where we at, man. Look around. Take a look. We are here. That was 12 years ago. And look how far shit done fell in 12 years. Right? We ain't got no time left. None. Now, look, he done signed the Iran peace deal. Do you know what that is? That is what kicks off. That's what kicks off the 42 months. Yeah. The 3.5 years. So it's going to be starting soon. What do you mean the 42 months? The day of the Lord. He said, measure the temple and them that dwell therein. All right. But the temple without, measure it not, for it was given unto the Gentiles, and there shall they be trampled by the Gentiles for 42 months. And you know it's coming. Look at everything that's happening. The drones, the 24-hour AI surveillance, the laws that they break it out. Look, let me show y'all this law that they just passed on over here. All right, let me show you. They just passed this. Well, they passed this, but tell me this ain't insane. Listen.
This is what cops are saying in LA County. If somebody breaks into your house, the officer says, nope, you can break into a house with a gun while people are there, families, rob them, tie them up, and then get out. And in 2 weeks, if you get caught, you're free to go do it again. And if the homeowner then decides to stand ground, the homeowner will be prosecuted. From Southern California, we were broken into several times. We were told they're allowed to do it. And these were young, under 18, that were breaking into our home. And the cop says, we're not even allowed to talk to them. And I've said this before. My iPads and all my stuff, they took $30,000 worth of electronics, designer purses, designer glasses, etc., watches. Everything was pinging in their house. And the cops went over there and asked the mother if they could go inside and see if the stolen stuff from my house was there. And she said no. And they couldn't do anything about it. The cops in LA can't even talk to these kids unless there's an attorney present. This is what was said by Spencer Pratt. He was on the Joe Rogan show yesterday. He said SWAT revealed to him off the record. They can't do shit about it, bro. That's why so many people want out of LA. You can't protect yourself. The criminals know you can't protect themselves. They know that if they get caught, they're going to be released. That's why there's so many illegal gangs that just go breaking into homes. And you're not safe anywhere in LA County. You could be in Beverly Hills, you can be in Encino, and now they're breaking into those homes too, because they know as a homeowner, you have no rights to protect yourself. Should you protect yourself, you'll be prosecuted, not them. This is what cops are saying in LA County.
Y'all hear that? That's a real law. So now home invasions here are legal. These little punk ass YNs kicking your door in and all that. Well, I can't form the words to get it out of my mouth, but I'm going to say what they said. You can't touch them, and if you do, fuck that. Right? All that means is I don't call the police after the job is done. That's all that means. Yeah. Come in here if you want to. It's a Roach Motel. Check in, but your ass ain't going to check out. That's all I got to say. I ain't going for that shit. So, yeah. Better catch me slipping all the way. Yeah. But that's what they doing here. Now, how long you think that's going to last? How long? They don't give a fuck no more. They keep putting all the rights into the hands of the criminals so they continue to wipe people out because they done. They are done juicing and milking this nation, and now they don't give a fuck, right? So, tell y'all what's happening right now. It's open season. The Most High is bopping on everybody. Russia, Italy, France, America, all right? It's on now, all right? So, we don't have much time left. But now that treaty is signed, it's about to start, y'all. So, I want to just bring y'all up to speed on some things. But all praises to Yahweh, the Father of lights, and peace and blessings to the beloved Son. This is your King and Shepherd. I will see y'all on the next go-round. Hope you enjoyed the current events. KD out. Shalom.